ไม่เมาเหล้าแล้วแต่เรายังเมารัก
สุดจะหักห้ามจิตคิดฉะไหน
แม้เมาเหล้าเช้าสายก็หายไป
แต่เมาใจนี้ประจำทุกค่ำคืน
Wait, what was that?
This is the poem that from Nirat Pukautong from the Suntonpu, or in English it's called Journey to the Wat Pukautong. Did you ever hear that?
It's right. Remind me about Nirat Pukautong, which we have a lesson on high school. I'm really excited now to get inside.
Wait, before we get inside, we need to say hello to our lovely audience first.
Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Gamu, Gaipu to Ayutthaya.
So for this episode, we are taking you guys to one-day trip at Ayutthaya with us.
And behind us is the JD Pukautong, which is a very unique architecture that we rarely see in this period of time.
Yeah, I totally agree, and it's really exciting to be there. So, Pon, shall we get inside?
Pardon, it's me who guiding this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm here at the Wat Pukautong on the JDs. It was first built by the King Rameson on the Utong dynasty in 1387. And then the Burmese kingdom has conquered Ayutthaya from the King Burengnong. That he is building the 3 layers of the basis of this JD, but he didn't finish it. And then the greatest narration from our kingdom, Ayutthaya kingdoms, he conquered the Burmese kingdom and take a freedom back to the Thais. And then he contributed his victory to build the top of the JDs by in Ayutthaya style. So this architecture is combined with the mixing of cultural architecture from Burmese and the Ayutthayas. And from this position, you can see the statue of King Naresuan Maharaj. The story tells us that from that position is for the battlefield before. And to tribute his greatness, the people tribute him by the statue of the cocks. That the legend tells us that he winning the chicken breast in the Burmese when he took in the Hong Sawadis.
皆さんこんにちは。
今私たちに日本人
Why do you speak Japanese? We have to speak English.
Why?
Because it's hard for the editor to put the subtitle on.
But I'm the one who edited this video.
Oh. Okay.
Just kidding. Alright. Right now we are at the Japanese village, Ayutthaya! Yay!
So that's why we are in the kimono dress, and this is my first time wearing kimono, you know?
Yes, and I love this traditional dress too. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm really curious what's inside. So
let's get inside. The Japanese village is one of the historically places during the Ayutthaya period, located in the east of Chao Phraya River, which the migration of Japanese people came here for trading to Ayutthaya during the end of 18th centuries.
now I'm in the gardening. So as we can see here, it's really peaceful and really beautiful. In this place, they're proudly to present the Japanese style of the gardening and the commemorations here.
Behind us is the monument of Yamada Nagamasa or Okya Senapimuk. He was the royal sovereign in Ayutthaya period and he is a Japanese. He played an important role in terms of maintaining the relationship between Japanese and Ayutthaya in terms of economic during the Ayutthaya period.
As we can see here, it showed the most flourished era in Ayutthaya. It showed the international relation between Thailand and Japan, such as the shipping road, the business trading, and the history of the Japanese that moved into Ayutthaya, as well as their civilization. Here we can see now, here is an exhibition that presents the history of the immigrated Japanese that moved to Thailand in Ayutthaya. And it also shows the civilization of the Japanese in that time. So here we just got out from the exhibition. Inside there's a lot of like the artifact, the Japanese history, like
Yes, and the one that I really like is the sword from the samurai, the katana one.
Yeah.
And also they have the Japanese artifact and the Japanese board game. And the most interesting one is the Thao Thong Kip Ma. Have you ever heard of her?
Of course, she's very famous in Bukkhe Saniwat, like Thai drama.
Yes, Memali, right?
Yeah.
And she's the one who originally created the Thai dishes such as the Thong Yip, Thong Yot, Phoi Thong. And she's the half Japanese and Portugal.
That's really cool. So it's been like here in the Japanese village, there's exhibition, there's a photo booth, and also the restaurant. So here is really like nice place to visit, right?
Yeah. So we run out of time here and we will move to another places. Let's go meet our friends. Yay! Let's go.
Now we are at Tamabuwa Temple.
And I'm really surprised that these temples are located in the middle of the river.
Oh, so for some people who don't know, if you want to travel here, you use a cable car to across of the river. That is for free.
Yes, and for sure, this place, the view and the beauty is very worth to visit it.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Shall we go to a tour now?
Yeah, I think it. So let's have a look.
Yeah.
Why do I make things complicated? Why do I lose all my control? I keep on letting my bad habits make us both.
Behind us is Tamabuwa Temple was building in the period of the King Rama V Chulalongkorn, following his royal attentions. This place is located in Bang in Iceland and near of the Chao Phraya river. Directly is opposite the palace.
Also, it is free. It was always a place for his merit making and royal practice. When the king proceeds to a royal palace called Bang in Royal Palace. In 1876, the temple was commissioned in Ayutthaya, Bang district. The style of the temple was inspired by Western church and adapted the Gothic style to the Buddhist hall. Also, it looked like the Christian church more than the Thai temple.
And you know what? In that period of the time, it considers as the only one Western architecture style temple in the Thailand. There is a cupola with the clock towers, the set of the bells, as same as the church in the Western countries. So the inside the temples, there are the Buddha relics and the Phra Narumon Thamopat.
The reason that outside of the temple look like the Western church, but inside the church have a lot of Buddha because the Thai people in that period believe only the Buddhism but against to other religions. If you look from the outside of main gate into the temple, you see more picture of Buddha on the large ground.
And that's it for our Ayutthaya trip today. We get a lot of new information from the history since the Ayutthaya period until Ratanakosin period, and that's make me like history now.
I totally agree with them because I think Ayutthaya is an unexpected place and very interesting place to visit. So I would like to recommend you guys to visit one day.
So I hope you guys enjoy with us and have a wonderful time. Bye bye!